other is missing, then that means everything they would have brought along with them was absolutely missing. So without a doubt, not having them there um, forced me to figure out certain things as far as manhood goes along the way and make probably more mistakes than I would have had to make if he was there. So it definitely has an effect when the father is not able to, teach the boy and raise him up, rear him up into being a man.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, when you were growing up, I I realized in hindsight that I had a lot of issues of myself, of my own, with regard to depression and anxiety, and causing me to be introverted and maybe not as outward as I should be, partly because a large part of it had to do with the death of your father when you were 10 months old. Um, so my question to you today is, how did you recognize that there was something going on with me, um, with regard to depression or anything, even if you couldn't verbalize what it was? Did you recognize anything, and how did it affect our relationship from your viewpoint as a child first?
But I most definitely uh, picked up on it. The energy of what you were going through. You know, uh, even as a child, there was a single digit number. But then growing into preteen and teenager, I definitely could pick up on it because you are my mother, and therefore you are half of me. So not being able to fully understand, you know, the pain that you were feeling, and even more so not being able to heal it. It causes a certain type of anger,
Right, right.
especially when you have a warrior son trying to find his way in the world. I've always had a strong loyalty and a protective type of mindset over my family, over my loved ones. So that anger sometimes, because I didn't know where to place it and how to express it, it was misguided. And that sometimes led to, because I felt some kind of way of not being able to heal you and help you, it led to my anger sometimes being unjustly directed to you. And again, this goes back to having that mature, real man there to help guide the young boy along the way.
Yes, I appreciate your honesty. Okay, so through the years, um, you and I have had some issues, and a lot of it stemmed from that anger, um, that you just mentioned, and my depression and anxiety and my anger, and our inability to communicate what we were feeling, and the in I want to say imposition, but other people stepped into roles in your life that I should have been fulfilling, but I wasn't capable at the time. And so these people stepped in and kind of took over. And that alone created some concerns along the way. But during this last 15 years, and I call this your redemptive journey, where so many things have healed and so many things have been illuminated. We've sat down and had conversations that we had never had before. And I'm thanking God for the bond that we have now. During this time, also, I've heard you say things like, with regard to your being incarcerated, as strong as you are, and as much as people look to you and look up to you, or what have you, you're still human. And so sometimes, as your mother, even though I hear your strength and I hear your teachings, and I respect how people respect you with regard to your teachings and whatnot, as your mother, it still hurts me for you to be where you are and for you to have to go through some of the things that you go through there. I remember one day we were talking, and we were talking about your case and the ridiculousness of the whole situation. And it's just like a circus, but we're not going to get into all that right now because we're working on some things. But I remember you saying to me one day that you were not okay in that moment. You said, I'm not okay because I'm looking at my case. They had no physical evidence, they had no eyewitness, they had nothing. But I still ended up with a 50-year sentence. And that stabbed me in my mother's heart and brought me to tears because I wanted to just come and pick you up and bring you home, kind of thing. But at the same time, I remember you saying that when you first were incarcerated, because of the amount of time that you received, they put you on suicide watch. And your response was, they asked you, were you okay? And you said, yes, I'm okay. And then you talked about all different types of lists that they could put your name on and so forth and so on. But there was one list that you said they would never be able to put you on, and that was the broken list. Because no matter what they do to you, that you are never going to allow them to break you. As your mom, my question is, do you feel that our relationship has anything to do with your determination to stay strong and to come home?
Our relationship has everything to do with my determination to stay strong and come home. Because number one, as I've said before, there's nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing, stronger or more important than the bond between a mother and her child. And when that child realizes that, that just strengthens the love and the determination even more. And as far as I'm concerned, these people unjustly kidnapped me and took me away from me. So it is upon me not to beg and plead and expect nothing from them, but to do everything that I gotta do. And whatever I gotta do, that's within the bounds of staying honorable,
Yeah.
get home to you. I gotta get home. You have 60 seconds remaining. I gotta take care of you and do what I gotta do.
Absolutely.
So it has everything to do with my determination.
And
You
I
are my determination.
and I thank you so much, Byron. I love you more than I know how to verbalize. And I thank you for this time and for your honesty and for being able to publicly express the love that we have. And I just love you so much.
30 seconds remaining.
And I'm honored to be your mom.
I appreciate it. I love you. And you take care. And I'm going to talk to you as soon as I can. Family is love.
Family is forever.
God bless you.
God bless you too, baby.